Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Manor Lords, shall we? So we just finished the joiner's shop, and let's kind of take a look down at our settlement and think about what's going on. We have 885 influence, which means we're getting ready to, if I go to the map, purchase one of these tiles that we want, one of these regions. There's only 3 left, but that's okay. We're going to get there. We're going to get one. Now, you can see that in 116 days, raiders are coming. So if we do not get more influence such that we can purchase that, one of these tiles, which cost 1,000 influence, then that's okay. Because when the raiders come for us, we'll get influence by defeating them. And then we'll be able to buy our next area. I got to tell you, in my Let's Play of this, I have purchased my second area, and the game totally changes when you get another region in your control and start building it. Now, it's important to note, it costs 1,000 influence, as of right now anyway, to purchase a new region, but it also costs 250 gold from your treasury to buy a settlement camp. So you need to have 250 treasury also. You can purchase the area so that the computer won't get it without declaring war or whatever for 1,000 influence, and then wait to accrue the treasury money. But it's worth noting that that is something that we need to have. So let's just pay attention to that. Now, the best way we're going to get treasury money, of course, is either to get raiders camps and take them out, which I don't, we'll look for that, but the computer has not been kind at leaving raider camps behind. I don't see any. So if a raider camp pops and we're able to get to it before the AI, take it down, and collect the wealth from it and send it to our treasury, then we'll have enough money. But otherwise, what we're going to have to do is tax our inhabitants enough to funnel that money from the community or regional wealth to us. So that's going to be something that we want to do. Now, in the meantime, to do so, what we're going to need is a surplus of goods to sell. So if you look at our settlement right now, the marketplace is rocking. We have nobody in the forester's hut, which is just fine. Let me see, where are our berries? They're way over here, and they're depleted because it's November. We're doing great on food. You can see we actually have 7 months of food and 12 months of fuel, which is even better. We have a lot of firewood. But we have 12 grain and 24 flour. So that means over here at the windmill, you can see people are churning this out. And we're going to get a bunch of bread. So our food will be just fine. I'm not looking to necessarily grow our settlement too much right now, because I don't want more mouths than we can feed. So we're going to start maybe considering specializing our labor a bit. Now, we made the joiner's shop. Where did I do that at? Here's the tailor's shop, and the tailor is currently making cloaks, and we're making cloaks with our yarn and our dyes. However, if you look over here, we do have 2 extra cloaks. We are missing 1 ale. And this is an issue of potentially moving up too fast to Burgage Plot level 3, but it's not the end of the world because we can acquire some more ale. In the meantime, though, let's see. We've got food. We made the joiner's shop. I wish it was a little bit easier to recognize the joiners from above. Or did I make a cobbler's shop? No, I made a joiner. Where are you? Blacksmith, Burgage. Here it is. Okay. So what are you making? So what we want is to immediately switch to production focus of the joiner's shop. So we're going to go to General, and we're going to go over here and make large shields. So large shields take planks. You can mouse over it to see what they take. 2 planks to produce. So this will chew through your planks. So right now we have 18 planks, which is nowhere near enough. We also only have 13 timber, so we need to go get a bunch. But we want shields because if I push V, you're going to see that we're missing shields for our spear militia. We have enough spears. And if I go over to armor or military, you can see I actually have 6 spears and 3 sidearms. So I have a surplus of 3 swords and 3 spears. So what we want to do is go to the blacksmith, and we're going to general, and we're going to change away, and we're going to make tools. I'm making tools for this reason. They're usually cheaper to sell, to purchase a trade route to sell. Let me see what we've got. So we are selling roof tiles and exporting them, and we have a route. Now, if I go over to commodities and I want to sell tools, I'm already exporting tools as well. So I want to make tools instead of weapons because I don't have any trade routes to sell these yet, and then they're expensive. So we're going to be selling tools. We're importing ale, and we have a negative surplus. I actually turned it off because I didn't want to buy anymore. Because I was running out, but I'd like some. So I will put a surplus of 1, that's fine. And let's see, what can we sell? Well, we have extra dyes. Are we selling dyes? We are? Okay, so we just have to be patient, and we'll sell stuff. However, though, I was looking, where is my logging camp? Do I have a family there? I do. So, one thing it's not a bad idea to consider is you can always move your logging camp. So you see they've destroyed the trees in this area, and there's some trees that are close by that they're going to get, but from the forester's hut, they probably planted those. Where is my woodcutter's lodge? Here it is. So the Woodcutter's Lodge is getting its own trees, chopping them down, and the logging camp is also doing that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just push relocate. Some of the buildings that you're going to need to relocate, like the logging camp and the Woodcutter's Lodge, they actually let you just move them, and it's free. So you just click move, and I'm going to move the logging camp kind of down here. We can rotate this and try to fit it back there. We will displace no trees, but what this allows us to do, and we can just kind of, connect this back here, and is there a good road that we can... Yeah, sure, we can make a nice road back there. This allows us to have the woodcutters, the logging people, close to these trees and chop them down. We certainly don't want them to go into this forest. Because if they go over there, then they'll start getting into our berries, which we don't want. Alright, I'm going to speed it up. And we can just kind of watch as the grain produces, and we should start making some bread. Is somebody working at the communal oven? Oh, a bandit camp was sighted. Oh my goodness, where? Okay, right here. And let's see, how many do they have? Okay. I don't have a lot of money, unfortunately, but it's right over here. So it's in this area called Zwiao. So immediately, we try to act on this as fast as we can. We're going to close, we're going to push V, and we're going to see who's available to hire. Okay. The only one we can hire are these local thugs. And that's a shame. But where did they come in from? Waldbrand. So I'm going to let's push escape, and Waldbrand is here. That's perfect. That's close. So we're going to close, and we're going to go to V, and I'm going to hire these dudes right away. Okay? And I don't have enough money to hire anybody else, but with this money, this mercenary group will come in. Where are they? I'm going to push V and locate them on the map. You can see they're coming in actually from down here. So I'm going to unpause the game a bit. And here they go. And you could see another ruler's army is sighted. They're trying to send their troops over here immediately to take out the bandits, but we're closer. So what we're going to do is take a look at the bandit camp. And they have some bandits, but not a How many are there? Oh, God. Is it equal? Okay. So we might need to marshal our own forces and send them. I definitely will send my smaller unit. So I'm going to have these guys go, and we're just going to march right here with this group. And then I'm going to go push T to go to our town center. I don't want to send my army. I'd like to just send my retinue because I don't want to lose villagers to do this fighting. I think we could take it without that. I hope. So, but another thing you can always do is you can just save the game. So you could just save it and be like, bandits. And then this way, if this goes badly, you can just load it and then send some more troops over or something like that, depending. But at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push V, and I'm going to select the retinue, and I'm going to rally them to right... Oh, I can only rally them in my own area. Here, I'm going to rally them right here. And here they come. And I'm going to send my retinue over here. Alright, so we're going to watch. I'm just going to speed it way up for right now. We have 2 families unassigned. Okay, let me get some new labor. Oh no, we have a family that's unassigned because they need to build a new logging camp. That's fine. They're going to take all the stuff. You can see the supplies from the previous logging camp. They'll take that and put it here or put it back into the storage shed eventually. But either way, we're just going to wait. You can see the computers groups, like their forces are over here. Ours are over here. We should be able to get there first. We'll take roads to get there. So let me select push V. And I'm going to select these guys. And let's put them right here. And let's put the retinue right here. All right, we're going to watch him just move. I'm speeding it all the way up. So here comes the local thugs. They're running. Okay, good. They finished the logging camp. So immediately I'm just going to pause it, and I'm going to go attend to that. So I'm going to go to the logging camp, and I'm going to put the family back on that was working it, like that. And then, how are we doing on processing all the food? They've almost done it. There's just a little bit of grain left. Is somebody working the oven? Yes. Okay, great. I'm going to put another team on there. Now, we did build a malt house. So we could, if we wanted to just import malt, we could do that. But either way, we're going to just kind of wait here and try to get these bandits. Oh, no families assigned to guide the ox. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then take them off the oven. We'll wait. It's not a huge deal. Okay. All right, so we're coming over. Select both of these. You can kind of just left-click and drag a box to select both of these units, and I want them to be here. I actually want my retinue to go in last so that they don't die. I'd prefer if the thugs go in first. And so here you can see they have 16, and they're rushing out. So I'm going to send these guys back, actually, if they're running right at me. They aren't running at me. Well, they might be. Here they come. Okay. And I'm just going to wait this way. I'm going to use these guys as bait. I'm just going to click on attack. And they're coming for my retinue, but the thugs are going to get there and intercept them right now. And then I'm going to send the retinue in, and just going to right-click on the forces. Now, I'm just going to show you that I'm doing what's called balanced attack, because this is just melee stuff going in here. So they'll run in, and this takes a while. Like, they're fighting right here. The game looks awesome. They're just going at it. Rawr. But this is not a fast battle. So we're going to just kind of speed it up, and eventually you could see there's 12 of our thugs, 8 of them, and 5 of our retinue, and we did it. So we killed them. We got influence. Look at that. We have 1.2k influence. We immediately want to go take their camp. I'm actually going to send my retinue back. I'm going to send them home. And I'm just going to send the thugs up to get the camp. So what happened? We just wrecked them. Look at this. We have 1.2k influence, so we can buy whichever region we want, or try to. And we didn't lose any of our retinue. These dudes are, look at these guys. These guys are unreal. They have like full armor, halberds, you know. They're much better than these dudes. These guys are like, got small shields. They have light armor. They have just hand weapons. So they're not, you know, as insane. But we don't care if we lost them. We have 19 days left with them before we have to pay them again. That's what this means in the upper right. Another ruler's army was sighted. Indeed, right? So they're here. They're probably trying to march on the camp, but we're going to beat them to it. And they're leaving. They know that it's over. They're not fighting us. They just left and bam. So immediately what we want to do is take this money for the treasury. I hate to take it away from my city, but I'm doing it so that we can get enough into treasury to purchase not only the tile with influence, but also build a settlement on there. Because this is when the game really starts to, in my opinion, take shape and become even more awesome. We're going to build another city. That city gets its own development points, and it's going to be a new place that we build that has its own, you know, favor and everything, and we can trade between our economies, and we're going to get to leverage all of the pros and cons of this tile that we choose based on its fertility, based on what resources it has, based on what we're looking for. And we can specialize the region, and it really just adds a lot of dynamism. You're going to be jumping back between two different regions. So this one over here, if we gathered this area, it's got really good berries and really good hunting. Now that's good for us based on the development points that we took. But these development points apply, and I believe they apply just everywhere, but you can get new development points in your other area. Now, these actually, that's a good question. These might only apply in the region that we've got them in. But either way, what we're going to do is pick an area that we want to go into. Now, these guys are pretty much done, so I'm going to send them back here too. I'm going to keep them until about 5 days left, and then I'll disband them. The reason I'm keeping them is because I want to press my claims right now. And the computer could like want to fight us when that's happening, and so we're going to need them if we need to defend, but hopefully that doesn't happen. So to choose which region we want, the best thing to do is just push C and then go to the fertility overlay. So we can go check, and oh my goodness, look at this region. Look at its wheat growing capabilities. This tile right here is triple plus for emmer, which is wheat. It's also good at flax, it's good at barley, and it's great at rye. So if we took this one, we could go hard into farming and produce like a ton of food. Now this region over here, it's got the good hunting, but it's not really great for fertility except for rye. So I think if I want this one because it's so good for farming, and it's got a rich iron deposit which we can use to make weapons and armor for our army. So I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to click on this tile, Ziwao, I'm pronouncing that horribly, and I'm going to say claim with influence, and you say press your claim yes. And then this box appears over here in the upper left. It says claiming with the red flag because we're the red player, and this bar has to fill all the way up for us to get the claim. So what we need to have is just make sure that the computer doesn't attack us, and it'll indicate if that is the case. But hopefully they don't get funny. Okay. So back in our town, I'm just going to zoom back in here and see what's going on. We have, how are we doing? We have a good amount of fuel, a good amount of food. We've made all of, okay, so again, you have to really micromanage. We've turned all of the grain into flour, so we don't need a family at the windmill anymore. I'm going to kick them out. This field is going to be fallow for this year, so we're going to build the fertility back up for wheat. The logging camp is rolling. We're out of planks already, so we're going to need somebody at the saw pit if there isn't somebody there right now. And there is not. So we're going to put a family on the saw pit because the shield maker at the joinery is using them all. However, you see we're already up to 30 out of 36 shields. So what that means is we're almost fully outfitted with that particular regiment. Now, we actually, if I mouse over this, I have 38, 44 population of males. So we could actually build another military unit if we need to. And you kind of want to do that. I'm going to just create a new unit, and I'm going to create another spear unit. And you see it evenly distributes them into groups of 15. And then they're going to go try to get their equipment. The reason you want to make them an army unit early, rather than waiting until you get attacked or something, is because you want them to go collect the equipment and keep it at their house, so that when you rally the troops, they're like ready to go. All right, we just sold some stuff. We got a little bit of extra cash. Okay. And let's see here. Let me just check labor. The tavern is being worked. So, we don't have enough planks to upgrade to level 3. But we might want to upgrade to level 3 so that we can get that extra development point. So that would require planks. So here's a tip. Once I make shields, I'm going to do something, which is I'll go to the joinery. Where are you, joinery? Oh, it's so confusing sometimes to figure out where everything is. Here it is. So I'll go to general, and you see I'm making these shields. You have to click the pause button in the upper right so that they don't do anything. Now, they're going to be like idle labor, which stinks, but they won't use your planks because they are destroying our plank supply. Now, this retinue, I'm going to disband them so that they go back to work. They're not really working. They're just servants in the manor, but whatever. You can see this is filling up. How we doing? Okay, I like this. I like that. We can, if we want, sell. Saw pit, yep, we need somebody there. Storehouse, yep. The other thing about upgrading to a burgage plot, level 3 is another family would move in. We get a little bit more labor. The bloomery, yeah, we definitely want them turning this into plates for us, or iron slabs or whatever. Clay furnace, yeah, that's fine. Oven, weaver. So the thing about the weaver is we don't have any wool. So I don't need a family on that right now because the sheep farm, we don't have that many sheep. So we're good. We're set there. We've actually made enough cloaks. And I'd love to be able to sell shoes, but we need a route for that. So eventually we'd like to buy a route to sell the shoes because we have 30 extra shoes, which means we're basically using all of our leather for shoes. So I'm going to temporarily... now, one thing you have to also keep in mind, sometimes I want to turn off shoes. I'm like, 30 shoes, that's way too many, we're good. But Once we get this second area, they're going to want shoes. So we're going to want to send them shoes, and we want to have extra shoes for them and don't want to have to make more. So that's always something to bear in mind. Are we taxing? I need to go to the manor. We are just a little bit. I'm going to go up to 12% because I'm at 165, but I need to get to 250. So we need more money. Now here's a pro tip. I have an extra family. I'm going to go to the trading post and assign them to that. You actually want a bunch of families at the trading post so they can keep it stocked up. Right now, you see it doesn't have enough stuff. So we need to keep this filled up. Now that we just bought some ale, so, well, there's that. But eventually, people should come by and actually purchase some of the stuff that we have because we have a ton of items to sell. We did it. We claimed the region. So immediately, I'm going to go to the push V to my local thugs, the brigands, and I'm going to disband the unit so I don't have to pay them again. We did it, and we're up to 177 after taxation. People did not like that, but that's okay. They'll get used to it. We need money. And now it says you can quickly cycle between your commanded regions by pressing T. So we have multiple regions. Got it. So if I push T, I go to this center, but you see there's nothing over here. The only thing happening is that it's in red on the map. Now, if I want to build here, you push C, you need to go to administration, and you need to go to settlers camp. And it costs 250 treasury to build it. But that's what we need to build to get people to live there. It starts with 5 families and supplies, just like when we started out with our initial city. You cannot just send people over to the other city and settle there. You have to build the settlers camp. So that's why we need the 250 money in our treasury. Oh, okay, good. We got a new family moving in. And I'm going to put them at the trading post. I'm actually going to purchase a horse for the trading post. The thing about the... you want a horse at the trading post. The reason you want a horse at the trading post is because, from my understanding, sometimes your traders will ride out with goods to go sell it. So it helps them go faster, which just helps your money come in. Okay. And how are we doing on bread? We got 2 bread. We still have a bajillion flour. We have some hides. And we have a little bit of wool. All right, getting cold, so our firewood supply will get eaten into a bit. Look at that. We just made 50 because we're now selling stuff. So, first of all, I don't know why there's no roof tiles here. They need to supply this with roof tiles immediately. Yeah, I'm going to say no trade on planks. And are there any crafting materials I have a ton of that I wouldn't mind selling? Yeah, I'm selling firewood. I want a surplus of more than 100, though. 200 is the surplus we want. I don't want to freeze. Okay, great. So, we're not going to be able to start the new settlement just yet, but that's okay. We need to really stabilize this place. I want this starting to bring in a ton of wealth. Okay, you see we got the horse now over here at the trading post. And you can see now they're really starting to fill this up. So this is why I didn't understand this at first, but it was explained to me on stream. You want a lot of families working at the trading post to increase efficiency for it. And we're finally getting a good amount of timber. How are we doing on shields? No surplus shields yet. That's okay. We actually might need spears again instead of tools. Yeah, let me go to my blacksmith. We'll need spears to outfit our entire army. They take planks, unfortunately, but what can you do? All right. Just going to speed it up. All right, perfect. So look at us. We actually got another settlement over here. We are getting more families working on trade. We have plenty of food and fuel, and we're rocking out too on, baking a bunch of bread, and we have some surplus shoes and things. So we're just starting to slowly escalate. But remember, this is not a race. We have plenty of time to continue raising up. Maybe we get this, maybe we don't. Not a huge deal. But we'll eventually take it all over because this is a domination victory. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. I'll check you in the next one. Take care.